We are here with Gary Shail, star of Shock Treatment and Quadrophenia, musical legend.
Legend.
Well, cult hero, how's that?
Yeah, I know, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so I want to ask you a few questions about your involvement with Shock Treatment. You were talking a little bit about your audition yesterday. When you first got called in, I mean, did you know that it was a follow-up project to the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, without doubt.
So,
yeah.
Now, at the time you guys did Shock Treatment, I mean, Rocky Horror was already known, but it wasn't the phenomena that it became to that extent.
It was a little play in a theatre called the King's Road Theatre, right? And we all went to see it, right? Everyone went to see it. It was like something that no one had ever seen before, right? It was, for all of us at college, we were all studying Shakespeare and, you know, being actors. And then all of a sudden the Rocky Horror Show came on at this theatre and we all went down. We all got tickets, we all went down. And it was the first time I saw Tim Curry play it for the first time, and went, wait a minute, am I allowed to wear like stocking suspenders and get up there and do this shit? It was the most outrageous show. So when Shock Treatment came up, I already knew about the Rocky Horror Show. I already knew. But, so when I got offered, I didn't get offered it actually, I had to audition. No one just offered it me, but I was already doing other stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was in Quadrophenia by then, I had my own TV shows and everything else. So Richard O'Brien had seen me in a show and thought I would be absolutely brilliant to play this one little character called Oscar Drill.
Now you mentioned that, of course, you've been in Quadrophenia, and that's another film that has a big cult following, although very different than the Rocky
Everything
following.
I do is cult.
I mean, what do you find
the biggest cult in the world?
Do you find like a lot of crossover between the groups of fans, or like really distinct groups of people that know you from Quadrophenia and know you from Shock Treatment?
No, completely different. Completely different. There was a guy yesterday, you know what I was doing? Listen, I do a thing called Q&A and sign autographs. There were people coming up yesterday and sliding at Quadrophenia. It was almost like I was being like, oh shit, but let's not let them see that, you know what I mean? No, Quadrophenia is just as big as Shock Treatment. Shock Treatment is fucking nothing compared to what I was doing. So for me, it was just like a big surprise that there was people in America that loved this fucking film. And I'm not surprised at all, because if you like the Rocky Horror, then you're gonna love that film.
Do you see much of a difference, talking about the people in the US, do you see much of a difference between fans in Britain, fans here in America? I mean, the different, you know...
We don't have fans in Britain.
I kind of wondered about it. I know the Rocky phenomenon isn't quite as big there, so...
No way. Nothing like this.
Are you surprised that you're here, you know, this many years later, and people are still asking you to come to things like this?
No, I'm never surprised. Nothing surprises me. I'm just happy that I'm here. And you're filming me talking about something I did when I was fucking younger than your fucking children. You understand what I'm saying?
I know that a lot of people that have been, like yourself, that have been doing, you know, things like this for a long time, they say that they have certain questions. I know Van Morrison says he hates people asking to play Brown-Eyed Girl. Do you ever get sick of any of this?
He's a fucking arsehole. He is. I played bass with Van Morrison's band for a couple of times. You know what we used to do? We used to say, Van, you know what? You get the worst looking hookers in the world.
So, you know, somebody asked you the backflip question yesterday. Is that a question you get asked? Is there one question like that you always get asked?
No, no one ever asked me the same question, but if someone asks me something stupid, I just tell them to fuck off.
So you talk about you know, you said you're doing TV shows, you've done Quadrophenia, you're doing a lot of shows there.
Look, I've done loads of stuff. My life doesn't end and begin here with you.
Obviously, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? This is just another little fucking job that I managed to blag myself when I was 21. Do you know my 21st birthday? All right, how do you celebrate a 21st birthday, right? Most people go, we have a party, we do this. Do you know what I did on my 21st birthday? That day, on the 10th of November 1981, I recorded Breaking Out. That was my 21st. Do you know what Richard O'Brien did? He hired me a bird who dropped a coat and was dressed in pure stockings and suspenders and put her in the back of a limo for me.
Richard is a heck of a nice guy, I have to say.
Whoa, you joke me? We go back like that, you know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's like Patricia Quinn's coming in today. Me and her go back so far, right, that you don't even get to the point. I watched Shock Treatment last night. I can't even remember it.
You were talking about Patricia Quinn yesterday in your Q&A. You were saying that you were terrified to meet her. Why was that?
Because you're dealing with someone that is already like magenta. You know what I'm saying? It became so huge in a very short space of time. So to actually be on set with people like this, where you suddenly think, don't forget, I was only 21. I'm 53 years old now, right? So don't fuck with me, right? But what I'm saying, when you're 21, you just do this. Oh my God.
Now, I read a thing that was talking about when they did one of the revivals recently of Sweeney Todd, and they said one of the actresses backstage was shocked to find out that Angela Lansbury was going to be in the front row because she was playing the character that Lansbury originated. Do you ever find that when you come to stuff like this, you know, you're here and they're doing a shock treatment, and here's the guy who's playing you, and he's just, I mean, you ever freak out like, oh my God? I mean, can they freeze up?
All the time. I've been to San Francisco where there's a guy who plays me. I've been to New York, someone guy plays me. Do you know the weirdest thing is that you know that every Friday night at 11 o'clock someone is pretending to be me.
When you're doing shows, I know they said there's not the big following in the UK, but I mean, when you're doing shows, do you ever have people ask you to play Breaking Out?
Never.
Just is something that's basically limited to the Rocky fandom? Or?
No, I recorded a new album recently, and I decided to put on the album some songs, not only from this film, but other films I've done, because I write music for lots of different films, right? So I thought Breaking Out was such a great song that I wanted to re-record it and do it differently. So last night I performed it for the first time anywhere, and everyone loved it. And everyone got the chorus right, and everyone knew where I was coming in, and you know what I'm saying? Now that's rich, it wasn't me. All I did was re-record it. But I can't be a punk rocker at 52 years old. What the fuck am I looking like?
So you find, is that album, just out of curiosity, so a little promotion for you, is that available on iTunes, or where can people find that?
No, and it won't be available on iTunes because anything downloaded sounds like shit. If you want my album, you're gonna have to buy it.
So you have a website where people can find you to do this sort of thing?
Yeah, go to GaryShail.com.
Very cool. Well, Mr. Shail, we thank you for your time. I may catch you a little bit around during the weekend. I've seen for a few minutes with Pat Quinn's interview later if you have time.
No, I just hope that I haven't upset anybody, okay? And if I have, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I guess the worst that could possibly happen is that Van Morrison might come after you with some ugly hookers.
Hey, he can't see.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. We appreciate that, and we'll be seeing you around the rest of those weekends.
Are you sure?
I hope so. Thank you.
Because all you of Earth are idiots.